Hi, all. Welcome to our energy temperature check-in for this week. I'm Stacy, the Black Feather Intuitive, and I got Mr. Neo here who I've just been reading and working like crazy all day today. I've been up since, 6:30 this morning. And this is always my late night on Wednesdays, and of course they have to wait for their food, and he's been ridiculous since about 6 o'clock p.m. rubbing up on me, stepping all over me, putting his butt in the camera. It's just kind of ridiculous, but anyway, what can you do? So let's tune in and see what our dream teams have to say about the energy this week. And I really feel like when I was kind of tapping in, I was feeling that the energy that we've got this week is medium to hot. I'm definitely feeling medium to hot. So if we have mild, medium, hot, and extra spicy, we are medium to hot this week. And I feel like a lot of the energy when we're talking about the medium to hot, it's really because there's so much going on right now. There's so much going on multiple levels. We've got the holidays coming up, so everybody is charged where that's concerned. People in the physical, sort of the physical plane are very focused physically. We've got a lot of shifting and changing and happening going on in the workforce right now. A lot of upheaval and unrest going on there. There's always something going on about the economy and the employment, and there are a lot of people who are struggling right now. So you've got a lot of that energy that's kind of been there. It's not like it's exploding necessarily, but it's not going away either. So medium to hot. There's definitely some stuff that's turning and shifting there. And then on an emotional level, you've got a lot of people who are really feeling this, oh boy, I'm feeling the pressure. There's so much that I have to do in so little time. I don't know what my 2022 looks like. And, based on what's happened this year, I wasn't able to get anything done, or maybe I was super productive, but now I don't know what's coming next. There's just a lot of uncertainty and a lot of unrest. So I'm pulling from Kyle Gray's Gateway of Light activation. And here's what we got. We've got Sword of Light, Divine Protection, Cords Cut, Breakthrough Energy. Well, this makes a lot of sense when we're talking about medium to hot. When we're talking about breakthrough energy, if you think about breaking through anything, it requires a lot of energy. It requires that push or that, initial force. When we think about a rocket ship, the rocket ship, it takes that at the base of it to get things going, get it up and running. After that, once you eject all of that stuff, then it's kind of smooth sailing and you can get where you want to go. But until then, you need a lot of energy to sort of project yourself forward, to initiate that shift and that change. So the fact that we're getting breakthrough energy really makes a lot of sense to me. Also, cords cut. This is really happening this week, last week, and a little bit the week before. You might be noticing anyone who's in relationships where the relationship is not the healthiest that it can be. You're finding that there are problems. You're finding that, there's breakups, or you're taking a break from one another. You're, taking some space. Maybe the issues that you've not been able to work out or work through are coming back around again. And you're getting to the point where you're like, well, if we can't work through this, then maybe we're not supposed to keep going forward, right? There's a lot of release that's happening here around relationships that are not serving your highest and best as you're moving forward into the new energy. Cords being cut. I'm also feeling here, when it talks about divine protection, of course, we are all protected while this is happening. All of this is happening because it's supposed to happen so that we can elevate, so that we can ascend. This is part of that energy, connecting to that energy so that we can get higher and higher in our own chosen self-awareness, in whatever that looks like. And I feel like that's the message here, is that we've got this divine protection that is happening as we are exploring our energies and understanding that, oh yeah, there's a lot that's shifting and moving here. And it needs to have more, more fuel to get us initially over the hump. And that's what we're feeling this week. That's why it's medium to hot. I wouldn't say hot to extra spicy because there's nothing going wrong. It's just, okay, time's a wasting. Let's get on it. Let's do this. So you want to be really paying attention this week to what you are feeling really pushed or called to do, especially when it comes to personal things on a personal level that I want to say are where you're feeling like you're pushing it, or you're driving through, you're having to get there. You know that there's sort of a time constraint, or you know that you've got to get it done now. You don't necessarily know why, but you've got to get it done now. That's what is happening here. Really feeling a lot of energy with that. Also, when we're talking about the Sword of Light, I also feel that this is connected sometimes to our abilities to cut through the BS and the red tape of things. And that can definitely be a medium to hot temperature. You know, how many of us have been on hold for 20 or 25 minutes trying desperately to get in touch with a person, a human being, you know, getting through the loop over and over again, you know, press 1 for blah, 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 press 2 for blah, blah, blah. And then you get to the next one and it's okay, press 1, press 2. You do this over and over and over again. Eventually your temperature gets hot, right? You get flared. You're just like, I just want to talk to a human being. The Sword of Light is going to help you to cut through a lot of that stuff, to be able to stay in your core, stay in your center, and understand that, okay, yeah, these hoops that I'm jumping through, it's not that it's an illusion. Those jumps you really do have those hoops you really have to jump through, but it's more about, okay, this is part of the game. And in order for me to get what it is that I need at the end, I got to play the game. So I'm going to change my attitude around how I'm approaching it. And I'm going to take my Sword of Light, I'm going to take my energy, and I'm going to choose to focus my energy on, okay, you know, if I've got 5 people in queue before me, I'm going to visualize that 4 of them, you know, have their problems solved, and they hang up. And so that I don't have to wait the 45 minutes or the 2 hours or the 10 minutes that it is. I'm visualizing, I'm manifesting, I'm using that energy, I'm using my Sword of Light to my benefit. So that, I feel, is our message for the week. Use your Sword of Light to your benefit. Understand that cords are being cut and that you can also cut those cords, and that breakthrough is about to happen. But in order for breakthrough to happen, there's got to be that rocket fuel underneath before that breakthrough, we can get to the other side of it. So understand that that's where we're at this week. We're getting ready to break through into something bigger, something more important, something more, I want to say more in alignment with what we need. And we just got to get over that hump. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Appreciate all the support. Sending everyone love. If you want a sneak preview of what's to come for you in 2022, I do have my year-in preview service open. And December is already almost booked. So if you want to get into this, it only lasts until January 31st. It's an hour service. I use tarot cards. I pull a card for each month and tell you what it is that I'm getting. It's a really fun service to offer. I've been doing it for 5 or 6 years now. People always are telling me, you know, oh my God, you know, in my year in preview, you said this and it was going to happen in March, and here's how it came through. And oh my God, here's how July happened. And so it's really cool. I like to call it the gift that keeps on giving. You know, you get the single reading, but it lasts the whole year. It's great as a gift. We do offer gift cards for it as well. So if it's something that you're interested in, would love to connect with you in that way. Thanks so much, guys. Take care. Have the most amazing week, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.